I've created this short video to show how we can put a cap on this well by removing the flange just above the blowout preventer and putting a short nipple in and a valve which will eventually be closed once the relief wells are in place. Please enjoy what you see. Sorry I don't have any way for you to get back with me for questions. In this frame, I want you to notice that BP had intentions of using a diamond saw to cut the top nipple and leave a nice smooth sealing ring for their top cap to fit down onto. Those hooks on the bottom would have hooked underneath the flange, and a sealing ring would have gone down over the top. More than likely, that would have stopped 90% of the flow. As my model comes into view, you'll notice that the dark purple is the vertical well head piece. At the top you see some bent shaped pipes and a blowout preventer. The light blue is the short nipple. It's 3 feet long, and of course you've got to understand this is a 20-inch pipe, schedule 80, so it's very heavy. Above that is, and I'm showing right there, the flange that we've got to remove. The dark gray is the valve, and the red is the actual gate on the valve. The short blue above that is just an extension ring that I showed. In this last frame, I want you to take a look at my model and then the superimposed picture behind it. The yellow is where the top flange of theirs would have been, and then it's noted there the diamond wire saw cut. On mine, if you'll notice, it has a blue pipe stem or pipe nipple. You'll have to remove their top flange, which is yellow, and put my pipe nipple in place. Their sealing grommet in that top cap is useless. It doesn't make a good seal because their pincher system didn't quite cut it nice and smooth. Later on, I'd put my valve in and stop the flow. Still considering the installation of these pieces, you'd have to drop 2 extraordinarily long pieces of braided wire cable down from the top with babbited threaded pieces on the end, using the rover to apply the nuts, and these would be the guide wires on opposing holes on these flanges. They would actually slip the spool piece onto these wires from the top and let it slide down those 2 wires so it would line up perfectly with the valve face at the bottom. Due to the compromised wellhead, a complete closing of this valve is not possible even after you got it all installed. You're still going to have to drill the relief wells on the side and allow that pressure off, and then accordingly reduce the size of the orifice where the oil is escaping, eventually backpacking and filling, concreting, and mudding in this type of system right here and allowing the oil to escape out of the back or the wells that have been put in to reduce the back pressure. The length of time to accomplish this would be based on how fast the people could possibly get rid of that top flange, and the rovers would have to do it. And you've also got to consider it's about 5,000 feet underwater, so there's other problems involved. It's not something that's going to happen overnight. I suspect 4 to 10 days would be a good estimate. Thanks for looking at my video, and I'll have others soon.